It's on.
Oh, started?
It started.
I wasn't ready.
Okay, well, you're ready now, I guess, because you asked me if it was working, and I said yes.
I have to be, I guess.
Why? What is this? You're
Huh?
plugging it in?
No, I always plug it in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Battery. I forgot what my stuff was going to show.
Okay, well, it's live for real. Everyone can hear you.
Perfect. So
Squeeze
start
through.
talking to people so I can...
I have nothing to say
You
outside
know
my
the
brain's
intro.
mush. I actually don't. I haven't done this in so long, so I have no idea what the intro is.
Remember, it's this is us, and we're answering your questions maybe. Possibly entertain you if you're lucky.
Watch you squeeze through this.
You
I don't know why this is moved. Yes, you can see it. I don't know why you moved this. This is a different bench. This isn't the one we normally sit at.
Correct.
It's weird because I don't like it. You can see my feet, which is weird. Don't normally see that.
I like seeing your feet. That make me happy.
Okay, great. All right, what do you want to show us that you then threw away after squeezing through?
Well, I wanted to prep it so we had it.
Okay.
So I can show it whatever. So anyway, welcome to our Friday, sometimes live stream show thing where we possibly answer your questions if you have any, and either entertain you or just annoy you that we exist. And we decided to come on here, and you clicked on it,
And we forced you to watch.
and we forced you to watch whatever this is.
That's right.
So happy Friday. We're back. This is Matt and Lindsay, my bride person. We haven't done this in 4 months.
I bet it's longer than that.
5 months. It's probably been 5 months. I think you should let everybody know how your election went, because a lot of people have been asking me.
I won. By a lot, too.
I'll say that's it.
I won, and I won by a lot, so that feels nice. Because it feels like validating that people do want you in office and that knocking on doors worked. Because I knocked on doors every single weekend for like the whole time. And I met so many people, and it was actually really fun. I actually really like knocking on doors. It was very, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I got a lot of energy out of it and meeting people. People were super nice. I know people like to say that people are like grumpy and they don't like when people knock on doors. I don't know. Everyone was super. There was 3 people that were rude, and I knocked on truly hundreds and hundreds of doors. So I think those are pretty good odds. So either Grant people are super nice, or we're just mistaken and people aren't as crappy as we think.
Maybe you're just... People are happy to see your face.
They were generally, except for the 3 that were crappy. And they were just,
They were not happy.
They were not. One was super strange. I was just like, whatever. See you later.
It's like weird not having a shelf in here yet.
I know, I don't like it. It's weird. So,
Where do I put my feet?
I know. But anyway, yeah, I got sworn in January. And so for the last 3 months, I've been a council member, and it's been quite a ride so far. It's been pretty fun.
I'm very proud of you. Said you were going to do it.
And then I did.
And then you actually did it.
I mean, actually did it. You make it seem like I say stuff I'm going to do all the time and then don't do it.
That's me.
Yeah, I'll say I'm very much,
very
typically, if
much
I say I'm
me.
going to do it, I will do it. I'm very big on integrity. So,
I'll do it, but like eventually.
yeah, I care about time.
Like, I'll do it now.
Yes.
To get it off
Yeah.
my list.
All right, let's correct this misnomer really fast. Now the kitchen is finished, what's next?
It's not done.
It's not even close to done. The kitchen's
Very
not
close
finished.
to done. What are you talking about?
No, because I live with him.
Compare it
I
to
know
how
him.
where it was. Oh, she's received lesson.
I know that it's not done because I know Matt. And so what almost done to me means like, oh yeah, it's like in a week or 2 it'll be finished. I think of almost as like a time frame, not as like amount of stuff. And so the backsplash is still not up.
We haven't decided if we liked it yet, so we'll do that.
I mean, I did say I liked it, but there's that. The drawers don't have for silverware. Doesn't have anything. That's a free-for-all right now.
It's fine.
Really? You worked all that and you want the silverware to be like screwed like that? That seems weird to me.
Okay, right now.
And there's no breakfast nook, which is the number one thing that I care about. So,
This is a different room, though.
same room.
Okay.
Same room.
Well, good for you.
It's all in the kitchen.
Okay.
So, soon enough, hopefully, but I don't think it's anywhere near close for time.
After counting the breakfast nook and all of this, no,
See? I was right. I know.
definitely not.
I don't know how you would not count that as part of the kitchen.
I count them all as different rooms.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome very much.
Because it helps me like mentally like
Not
separate
die.
things. You know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I
But you
guess.
know I don't do that.
I don't know what you do.
You don't?
There's a lot going on up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of all over the place.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the kitchen. So what have you been doing? Because I don't know what you've been doing lately because it hasn't been the kitchen. So.
I finished the appliances video,
Mm-hmm.
which felt good. That was the longest one, like filming duration or whatever, filmed over the longest period of time.
Yeah.
That was filmed over 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like sitting out in the queue of edits for the whole time. So it was nice to kind of get that one fleshed out. The next one is the odds and ends, which will be the last of all the cabinetry. So now that we have decided what you want to do next to the drawer fridge,
Oh yeah, that's supposed to get done. Yeah.
that was the panels down there.
Oh, this.
Um,
There's a bug on it.
yeah, I got to order the poles for those now that we know what the division is going to be. So I got the hardware I got to order, and then I can make I figure when I get back, I'll make those drawers. And I got the 2 toe kicks to make. I got the vents plates coming. So a lot of it's procurement. It's crazy how much like things you have to like figure out who to buy them from and actually order them. Makes things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. You have no idea.
I have no idea. I don't.
And then that video will be wrapped as well. Another one's been sitting on the queue for a while. So that's that. That's the kitchen stuff. I started the backsplash video. I was going to work on it this week, but I can't pull out the range by myself. So we should probably try that sometime.
Oh, I have to help you on that. That makes me nervous.
I can bother Carter, I guess.
That makes me so scared.
See if he wants to drive by and pull on a range. So that one's in progress. And then the old kitchen demo video is fully shot.
It's gonna be a lot of, like, I don't know, just us ripping stuff down.
Well, it's three acts. That's what it's
Okay.
filmed in. First act is the family demo of the kitchen. Second act is me doing all the stuff by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And the third act is Donovan and I framing the last bit of the opening,
I need to
doing the
get
last
better.
bit of framing for the project. So it's a 3-act video. All 3 acts are shot, which is cool. So that's the house stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the other things go, I started on the Bridgeport stuff, built the mobile base. That'll probably be the next video on the base for the Bridgeport. Brad's working on the plans for those. Video is, I think it's done. Pretty sure the video is edited completely and done. And that'll probably be out after we get back from vacation, maybe, depending whenever he finishes the plans, whenever that happens. And then I'm working on this leg vise thing for his bench.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the other thing that's going on.
So from Rich, Matt, did you say the Breakfast Nook is going to be a guild project?
The Breakfast Nook will be a guild project. I'm very excited to do that again
Why?
because I like teaching.
Oh, really? You do? Like teaching from afar?
No, I mean, yes, there's that too, but I do like the little bit longer explanational type stuff, which I kind of like dip into with the kitchen stuff. But I don't know, I just like to go a little more detailed on the furniture stuff. 'Cause actually, I don't really care for like the kitchen stuff. Like it doesn't bring me any kind of joy, but like going in depth with the furniture building stuff is actually like something I really enjoy.
Like it actually brings you happiness and that you're like, I
It
feel
does.
fulfilled in my work.
I feel like the time I spent is justified
Okay. Right. Okay.
on it. Whereas like when I do the kitchen stuff, I'm like, I'm not even going into that much detail, even though people think it is. I'm like, this is not even close to detail yet.
Right.
But then it's like, well, people don't really care that much about that anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I get the feedback from the people watching the videos is a lot more like, I feel like it's a little more like it's justified or it's more appreciated, I guess.
Or maybe they're
more
actually
than
going to
anything.
use it.
They're there because they want the information.
Right.
That's why they're there.
Yeah.
So it's my job to provide that. And a lot of the stuff that I do with the stuff in the guild is a lot more about the why. I love going into the why with stuff because that's one of the things that annoys me the most when I'm trying to learn things is someone will tell you, okay, this is how you do it, but they don't tell you why this is the way that they're telling you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm trying to walk people through the processes of like, this is why I'm showing you this way because here are all the little like
Things that matter.
pitfalls you could possibly run into along the way. You might think you want to do it this way, but here's something to consider about doing it that way. You could certainly do it that way, but this might be easier, faster, less chance of failure. things like that. That's a lot of the focus is kind of that methodology of working through the projects that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course more on the what's going on in my head with like grain selection and grain flow and layout of parts and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
which again I kind of touch on in the kitchen stuff, especially on the island, but that's just like
Minor.
very minor. I sprinkle in some details there just to kind of get people that are like somewhat interested in that stuff engaged.
Well, at least Rich appreciates it. I brought the Highboy project and I loved the Y aspect. So that's good. I hope you made one.
Okay, I mean a lot more people made those than I expected.
That's good. That's good.
It's cool, and that was a lot. That was mentally a lot of work.
That was a lot. Wasn't that like way more videos than all the other ones?
That's like 2.5
Mm.
guild projects
Because of all the videos?
based off of the workload on my end
Yeah.
is what it ended up being. So
Mhm.
it was a crazy amount of work to put that together.
But worth it.
Sure.
Why do you say sure? That like defeats everything you just said for the last like 5 minutes.
It's worth
You're
it.
just
It's worth it now that I've been away from it long enough where I can kind of like be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was hard, but ooh, whatever.
Okay, weirdo. Random, but I saw someone's hands. Oh, is someone's hand okay? I saw an injury on one of your stories. I thought probably mine because I showed the whole process. So when you show off that you tried to cut your finger off,
See anything.
you can't really see. You can see this line. That's a line. He tried to remove his pinky. He thought he only needed 4 fingers, I guess.
I don't know. It happens.
That's all you're gonna say?
What am I gonna say? I don't know. It was an accident. I
How?
got really sharp tools in here.
How? Did you just take a knife and cut yourself?
And
No.
it could have been. It was a chisel.
Yeah.
I was doing I was using a chisel as a pry bar, which you don't really need to use the sharpest chisel you possibly have as
That's
a pry bar.
Poor choice.
That's not a smart choice. So that when you
Mhm.
slip and your hand is somewhere where you don't expect it to be, and you just catch the whole chisel in your hand, it cuts you right open, real
It
good.
did.
So we did that last Saturday.
Yeah, that was our Saturday adventure.
It's pretty exciting. Did that.
Yeah, and it was kind of crazy because I was just about to go work out, some in workout clothes. The boys are, of course, just in underwear because it's Saturday morning.
It worked.
And
I like it.
Matt is truly because I was upstairs. I was just about to walk downstairs in the basement, and I didn't know where Matt was. And all of a sudden, he runs upstairs, clutching his finger, and is like, "Everyone, get in the car right now! We gotta go to the hospital!" And I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And of course, the boys are in undies, so I was like, "Guys, get pants on! Hurry, hurry! Like we have to go."
Maybe get dressed.
Yeah, get dressed. We're all jumping in the car, which to their credit, I feel like everyone did a pretty good job of like streamlining, getting into the car and leaving. And yeah, better a chisel than a bandsaw. That's true. Because he didn't even get the bone or anything. They did an x-ray to see if it nicked it.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah. So.
Luckily, nothing crazy, just deep. More than I could have done with some super glue.
Right. There's a lot of blood too. Like he was like, I cannot drive because he couldn't release the
Keeping
pressure.
on it.
Yeah.
I only had like one hand, I guess. Well, I had no hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Just holding it.
So yeah. So that was a fun adventure that we had on Saturday. So.
That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yeah, for some reason you're like dying of heat stroke today.
I'm not used to this. It's
like 60,
70.
no.
It's 70 degrees here today.
It was 68 as the highest I saw.
I saw 70. I
Yeah.
have it on camera.
Oh, you do? Okay. Were you like
I
showing
showed
off?
Brad. I showed Brad.
You're like, it's so hot, guy. Welcome to
That's what
Minnesota.
happens now is like now that I know Brad's going to be the one like editing everything, I have these conversations with him.
Oh, you'll say stuff to him like, oh, hey, do you see this cool bird? I love birds.
I don't say, here's a cool bird.
I don't know. Maybe you do.
No,
Maybe you
like,
will next time.
I was like, oh, I'm so hot. So I was like at the end of a shot, I'm like, I'm so hot. I'm like sweating everywhere. I got to take off my hoodie. I take it off. I'm like, let me see what temperature it is. Like, I'm like, oh, look, Brad, it's 70 degrees. I'm like, I don't know why you're going to care about this because it's not.
Let's find out if he's listening to you, right? He's just watching it with no sound and is like, edit that part. Who cares? He's looking at his phone, delete.
He's very observant, so he'll probably watch that.
Okay, we'll find
see
it.
But it's like a different vibe now. I'm like, I know someone else is going to be watching everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of like things that happen off camera.
But like, you're trying to have a conversation with him,
Yeah,
sort of? Okay,
things I'll say to him.
right. Yeah,
Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it's pertinent to the video.
sometimes
A
not.
lot of times it's not.
Yeah, it was warm. Also in Wisconsin, I guess. T-shirt in Wisconsin, Chris was. It was great. Yeah, it's 48 degrees in Baraboo.
Really?
That's crazy.
48?
I mean, 78.
Oh.
48? Yeah.
fine. Yes, that makes sense.
That makes more sense.
That's way more logical. Thank you.
I just mean it was hotter than us. That's pretty hot. I guess they're more south. So that makes sense.
Yes, they are.
So.
A little bit.
I like it. A couple people wrote it's merely a flesh wound for your finger.
That's what I told Carter.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's literally all
well, yeah, truly. It truly, literally is, using the word correctly. All right, so question. When does phase 2 begin?
I don't know. Whenever you want to pay for it.
I know. I'm like scared for it. It needs to happen sooner though because of like bedrooms. So that's what makes it hard.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? Someone's gonna sleep outside?
No, we're just saying, like, we'll see like what happens financially, I guess.
Yeah, right. So yeah.
Kind of like sick of spending money on a house.
I know, it's really exhausting.
I would like to not spend that kind of money anymore.
I know.
That'd be cool.
Be super cool. All right, what else you gotta tell us? Besides you being hot, and apparently you're hot right now. It's like, you're going through menopause? Like, what's going on with you? You're having hot flashes.
Is that what this is?
Maybe.
Is that what this is like, I guess?
I don't know. I haven't been there yet, so.
Here you go. Oh, there's a bug on this one? That's nice.
Yeah, there's like bugs all over. Those little, whatever
Lots
they're
of other
called.
bugs are back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got these.
In
Some
the
of you
mail?
were upset that you missed the pre-order for the limited edition, signature edition things. You still missed that one. But I
just want to rub it in. You still didn't make it.
I have a regular one now as well. So if you wanted a hoodie or a t-shirt or a hat, I have those now as well. And we'll probably do another design launch whenever I get around to it.
What are these things that you've been playing with?
That's the kick wheels
For what?
for this device I'm making.
Oh, you can tell that I don't listen to the videos.
I know you don't. I don't even know what they are.
Okay.
That's that video I'm working on. This leg vise.
Okay.
This is a kick wheel parallel guide leg vise. So you have the second nut that you can run in and out on the bottom screw that allows you to set the jaw distance from the bench so it doesn't rack.
Just don't throw the bug at me.
Anyway, I only needed one, but
That you're like, I want to be like overzealous and an overachiever.
well, see, here's the thing that happens like with this. Like, if one breaks, I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta like waste my time trying to fix it or make a new one, so I can keep shooting my video, so I don't lose my momentum on filming.
Okay.
So I'm like, I just make 4
Where's the fourth?
on the bench,
Oh.
and if like one breaks or doesn't work or I mess up, I have spares.
How many times are you thinking you're going to mess up? You only need one, right?
I only need one.
So you're like, I will make 3 more. Okay.
My time is valuable.
Apparently not that valuable
Thank you
enough
very
to make
much.
3 extra.
I was already doing it.
Oh, I don't know. I guess how much longer does it take to make 1 more?
Just have to drill these holes. Like, to make the blanks is the same amount of time, so I was gonna soak
Alright.
them and then bake them in their old oven.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, what is he doing?
I was doing, this is all resin impregnated. Feel how heavy that is.
That's heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the story, I guess.
Okay, cool. Thank
So-
you for that story.
I'm making kick wheels. Kick wheel leg vise. So that'll be another thing.
Another video?
Another video. Another video.
Okay.
On the list of things.
On the list of things. Excellent. All right. Any plans on incorporating metal into your future furniture builds?
Not particularly.
Why not?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Just cause. Because
don't-
I said so.
I have no compelling inspirational things on that front, I guess.
Okay. So, from Christian, are there any differences between your first workbench and the one you have now? Is there anything you would change or add if you made a new bench? How would you stick with a Rubelo? What?
It's a Rubo.
I think there's an L in it.
Rubelo.
I think he just
The
misspelled.
the
He
Rubelo?
misspelled it. I fixed it for him. It's no big deal.
No, we didn't.
I know. That's
Okay.
he forgot the L. It's a
Uh-huh.
Rubelo.
Yeah, Rubelo.
Yeah.
Rubelo. So that guy over there is my bench. This is not my bench. That's my bench. This will not be my bench. That is my third bench.
You're acting like I know I don't. I know you gave one to your father.
You know weird things that I
I
don't
do.
expect you to know.
I know you gave one to your
Please
father.
give yourself some credit.
But I didn't know you made a second. Where's the second one?
I think he has that one too.
No, he only has one.
I'm pretty sure I gave it to him too.
Unless you're counting that really crappy one as like one.
It wasn't crappy.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No, like the one you had in the basement of college.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That really good one.
That really amazing one.
That one that was really good.
The one that made out of 2x6s and
Yes,
4x4s.
That one. That one's like drawn on and stuff.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know, but anyway, that was my first bench was that one. We're just basically like a big platform. It was like basically a deck on legs is what it was. Didn't have any vices. Was sturdy. It broke down for transport because I was a renter, so I had to move all the time, or all the time, more than once every now and then. Just had very limited work holding. I built that. It was more like a table, more than like a workbench. So it was able. You could like work on it, but like holding things to the bench was a challenge. I didn't really know that like you were supposed to put vices on a bench either. And then I bought one of those, like it's woodworking vices, the 6-inch vices, whatever. I put one of those on there. I'm like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. You have an actual vise that's always here. You can hold something anytime you want. You don't need to use a clamp all the time. So that was that bench. And then I built the second bench because I wanted to put a workbench in the basement of that second property that I lived at in the cross.
Yeah, that one.
So I made a little 4-foot bench out of 2x4s, all laminated solids. There was a solid laminated top, 4 feet long and 2 feet wide, and it was on a trestle leg thing. I put that same 6-inch vise on the face, and I bought another 6-inch vise, the same one, put it on the end for an end vise. But in reality, I didn't quite understand the idea of pinch dogs at all. So it was just it was the same thing as a face vise. It just happened to be mounted on the end. Where it's mounted was kind of irrelevant to its function. Didn't know anything about hold fast either, so I didn't have any holes in the top for hold downs. And it was made out of 2x4s. It wasn't that big, so it wasn't very heavy either. So it was very easy to move. That was my primary bench for a while until I built that one. And then when I built that, I was like, holy crap, what have I been doing with my life all this time? Because it's like anything you want to hold in any direction, in dimension, you want to hold something flat down to the bench, you can do that with the tail vise. You can pinch things and hold them in position in the middle of the bench. If you want to do something weird, you can pop the
Middler?
there's a word for it.
Middler.
The gap stop. You can pull the gap stop out, and then you have this void. You can stick a whole clamp down through and clamp directly to the slabs. It's heavy, so that way if you're doing any hand planing or any kind of pushing operations, it doesn't slide across the floor, which is super primo. And then having like an actual leg vise instead of that face vise allows you to stand stuff up vertically very easily and work on the ends. So yeah, you can work on ends, edges, and faces, and it's all kind of just figured out already for you. You don't have to think about like, how am I going to hold this workpiece so not put a chisel in your hand.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Like apparently you do now.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I have answered the question of things I would do differently on this specific Rubo. If I built another one, I would make it a little wider because the things I typically make are like 24 inches wide. So if I want to put my workpiece, speaking of the highboy, the lowercase of the highboy, it's on the cabriole legs.
Yeah.
The cabriole pads are 24 inches apart. So if I put the thing on the bench, I have to make sure I don't bump it.
Because
otherwise the whole thing's going to fall off.
Yep.
So I would probably make it more like 28 deep, just to give you a little more. Again, if you're making, depends what you're making.
Think about what you're making and decide what is the average.
So if you make things like me, most of the case pieces I make are going to be 24 deep. So having something a little bit deeper makes a little more sense. Some people say, oh, I can use my assembly tables for that. Great, use your assembly tables for that. I like having my stuff like on the bench so I can be like all right here, all in one little area. And then I would make the overhang on the leg vise side longer than whatever that standard is. I think it's like 14 or something. No, maybe it was like 14. 12 or 14 is what it is right now. I would go a bit longer on the overhang. Probably make them symmetrical, which I think this one's, maybe that one's 20.
You're acting like I can tell those things. I can't. I have no ability to look at something. Is this an inch or is this an inch? Or is this an inch? I mean, I know that isn't. But like, I can't see it like that. And?
That's like a
Oh, shoot.
14 on that side.
We're really getting into this.
And that's a 19.
Okay.
So
Make them the
I'll
same.
make them symmetrical.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Did I answer the question?
I think
It was very
you got really into it too.
Well, it's good. It's
You love
topical because it's front
Verse
of
and
mind.
rhyme. That's
It's
fun.
literally front of mind.
Yeah. There you go. Where'd it go?
That bench is 10 years old now.
I know, it's kind of
It
crazy.
turned 10
It is,
at the start of the month.
right? That's wild. From Kai, are the pottery things in the house by you, Lindsay? They are. Like, these are mine. I made these. My little drinking glasses. Oh, you can't really see my scenery. Oh, you can, kind of.
She's like really into it.
I am. I love it. I'm going to take another pottery class in April again. Just because like it's nice to have someone watch you and say, oh, if you tweak it like this, it'll make a difference. Because there's certain things like I want to be able to make bigger ones, but every time I try to push it out too far, it ends up like flopping. So I know I'm doing one, it's probably a very simple change. So I'm like, I want someone to watch me and be like, oh, when you are, basically opening it up, do this instead. And I'm like, done. So it is very fun though. I love it. And I like drinking out of these. So we have like a ton. And
A lot.
well, okay. We have a ton of woodworking stuff everywhere, you don't hear me. But all of mine are glasses.
I did go
Everyone
through
can
a bowl turning phase.
but yeah, it's kind of nice to be like, oh yeah, these are what we drink everything out of instead of like any other glasses or stuff. I don't know. I like it. Use it for coffee, tea, whatever you want. It's fun. So.
For
yeah.
drinking, it's there.
Or bowls. I have bowls. I have like this one bowl that I love that I'm gonna make more of. I think. So.
We do a lot of bowls.
A lot of bowls.
A lot of platters.
Yeah.
A lot of little plates.
So it's fun. I like it. Any unfulfilled woodworking dream projects?
Lots.
Okay. Is that the end of?
Sure.
Are you being deposed? You're only answering the question asked.
I'm just so good at this. I just can't help it.
Okay.
I can't turn it off. The Bombay chest, I've mentioned that many times previously, I think. I feel like I have.
Did you make it, the wiggly thing?
That's a serpentine chest.
Okay.
The Bombay chest is that, but in both dimensions. So it not only is it serpentine in the front, it's also, I guess, it's not a serpentine curve. It's a bulge towards the bottom, but it's a compound curved front.
Okay.
The side is a single curve and the front is compound curve. So it's everything. Nothing is square.
Oh, a lot of math.
Don't do the math.
Okay, I won't.
You never do the math. You do it right off of the thing, right off of reality.
Okay, cool.
Doesn't matter what the number is.
You just do what you want.
Well, you do what the work wants you to do to make it right. But that's probably the biggest one. I got that cherry from Iowa. That's going to be turned to that whenever I have the skills to do it. Yeah, really stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it.
There's a lot of period pieces I want to make that are beyond my.
You're
possible
really into
skill level.
period pieces.
Because they're challenging.
I feel like that's your thing, is that you're really into those.
I'm into the challenge of them.
So I don't even know, are you into the like aesthetics of them or just the challenge?
The thing, yes, but the way that I have made them. So if you look at the period pieces that I've made, they're not period correct
Yeah.
because I have modified them to my own aesthetic
Right, a little bit.
desire. I
You
guess.
tweaked it a tish.
They're all tweaked. The high boy is just an absolute like travesty of a reproduction.
If you're like a purist.
Oh yeah, they would not like it. It's
Why?
very not correct.
What's not correct about
The
it?
pads and the cabriole feet are not even close to the correct way to make, or they're supposed to look. The gooseneck molding is canted down at an angle, and none of the details really are like all from the same period.
Okay.
Or all from the same. They're all from the same period. They're all from the same location within the period,
Oh, okay.
because the details will vary depending on where it was made.
Oh,
in
so
the
you like
colonies.
smush them together. We're like, I like that one and I like this one. I'll put them all in one, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't see
So
them.
like, how was this amateur putting this Boston, whatever, accoutrement on this Philadelphia
Oh, right.
case?
And you're like, it's because I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah, this is Minnesota high boy.
It's a Minnesota high boy, and you're gonna like it.
It took several hundred years for it to get here. It's finally gaining popularity here.
Exactly.
This is our take on it.
That's right. Mostly. From Tim, nice to see you're back. It was like you were not going to do any more videos until you were back in the kitchen. Tim, it's like you read my heart. That's kind of how I personally felt, is I didn't want to do lives because I felt like people are going to ask me, where's the kitchen at? And I would get really crabby. And then if I'm crabby, people will be like, she's mean. Why is she mean to him? And I'll be like, it's been 3 years. So I was like, I just don't want to talk about the kitchen because it just makes me upset. But now it's almost, well, it's not really almost done, but it's usable. So that makes it easier. So.
And you don't even use it.
I do use it.
Barely.
I don't know what you're talking about, barely.
I use it so much.
Matt does. What's funny is I used to cook everything, and now Matt cooks everything. Partially because I'm extremely busy at work, and so I'm like, I can't. Like, we can just eat air today. And Matt's like, nah, let's eat food. So.
Let's cook something.
Right. So. It's been really, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Matt's been cooking and loving it. So.
It's nice to have a space that's like functional.
And big. Yeah.
That helps make it functional. It's
Yes.
not like digging. Like, I love just being able to grab what I need without digging through 800 different things to get what I want.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about the kitchen? Mine is like that too. I like that we actually had like decent storage in our old kitchen, but like it's now just so well, like it's just nothing's smushed in one drawer. It's like, oh, this drawer has all of this drawer has all of that. And it's really nice because you're like, you can see what you have and then know what you don't have. Like, especially with spices, like when I cooked a lot more, I mean, they didn't believe me when we were like designing it, and they were like, they're like, you just need one drawer for spices. I was like, no, I don't. I need a lot more. We have tons of spices. They said the same thing with my olive oil. They're like, you only need like a little shelf. And I was like, nope, we need an entire thing. I have tons of different olive oils or oils.
You guys saw how big that pull-out thing was. It's fully loaded.
Yes, and it's full. It's actually probably not big enough. I was like, I have multiple different oils, and I love them. So, and I love them even more because I don't have dairy, so I have to use oil for anything.
Yeah.
Because butter's not going to work. So it's nice because now I'm like, oh, I can see all the spices we have because they're all laid out. They're not in pretty jars or anything. They're just in the jars we bought them in, but maybe someday.
We talked about the kitchen a bit on Wood Talk. I think the last episode. I don't know what the hell it was.
When are you putting new ones up?
Oh, when Mark's got time.
But they're recorded?
No.
Oh. It's not like they're like waiting in queue. They're waiting in your head.
If they're recorded, then Todd will edit them.
Oh, you act like I work there and I know how it works.
I always forget that you don't like follow me around all day.
I'm not like in your brain, just behind your eyes.
Nobody is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem.
Nobody, not even yourself.
Nobody's home.
No one is there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
And we talk about the sink. So if you want to hear more about the sink, you can listen to the last episode where I kind of go into the tirade of how nice it is to have a sink that actually works. But the one thing that I appreciate more and more all the time now, which we never had before, the range hood. I'm like, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, you turn it on and all the crap just gets sucked out. We've never had a hood.
We've actually only had 2 burners. 2, and you can't use 2 at the same time, and now we have 6?
We have 6 now, yeah.
And that's like so crazy because like going from like 1.5 to 6 has been very wonderful. So that's good. Perhaps we can get a future live in the kitchen. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. We do need to finish it, but then yeah, I mean, especially the backsplash, because right now you can just see like Matt just threw up random paint. It wasn't random at the time.
It's not random paint. It's the color of the tile that was
that is
originally
wrong.
going to be picked.
It's the wrong tile, obviously. But
You ruined the video for them.
what video?
The backsplash video.
Sorry. I'm now going to give you, what's it called? Shoot. I've been reading so much Harry Potter, and now I forgot what it is.
Amnesia?
No, yes. Obliviate. You don't remember anymore. You're good.
Good.
So it's all good. What? It is. They've all forgotten. Lindsay, take Matt to your workplace and have him moderate a chat about your job. I'd watch that.
What place?
Chat about, instead, because right now we're talking about your job.
Oh, I don't know anything about your job.
I know you.
You gotta file things and calendar it all. I don't know. That's all I know about it.
I was supposed to have a trial today, but we settled last minute. And I like trials. I think they're very fun. And so I didn't get to do my trial. Obviously, what matters is what's best for the client. So I'm glad that it was settled. But for my own enjoyment of my job, I was like, oh, it would have been nice to do this trial. But I understand why we didn't. So.
Next time.
Yeah.
Get them next time.
Yeah, I don't know how you could try to moderate, but I don't know how you do.
There's a bug on my neck.
Oh, battery low. Exchange battery. It's already, but it's already. Hey, it works again, maybe. I don't know. In any case, like I was saying though, it is probably time to run anyway.
Yeah, you got your things to do.
I do. I have to finish a letter.
Whatever you're doing.
Yes, I have too much stuff to do.
I gotta go dump footage.
We gotta go check our children and see what they're doing.
They're watching Harry Potter.
Probably.
Harry Potter! And whatnot.
Yeah.
Muggle-mania.
Muggle mania? They don't know. They might not be muggles.
Who?
Our children.
Oh. That was like, how are we talking about?
I know you don't care about Harry Potter.
I don't care about Harry
You have
Potter.
no idea what I just said. It makes no sense to you.
I don't know.
When would we know if they're muggles or not?
How they dress.
No!
If the wand doesn't pick them.
No.
If no wand picks them.
When they turn 11, they get their letters. They get the owl.
Well, then someone knows already because they got to write these letters and figure out who's got to wear or
Yeah,
whatnot.
but you don't know. The parents don't necessarily know.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Stop. I don't need this blasphemy. All right, well.
Who comes up with this stuff?
J.K.
So
Rowling did.
logical.
So.
There's no logic here.
Okay. Well, in any case, happy Friday. Hopefully you'll go to a good fish fry and have some fish. It'll be fun. My parents left without us.
Okay. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes. Me or the world?
I mean that. I don't know.
Okay. I was like, you'll probably see me in a little bit.
I'll
but
post something, but there won't be any videos for a few weeks.
Why?
They're not done.
Okay. Great.
Hear what?
All right. That's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it.
Plus, we're going on vacation, so there's that too. So.
Yeah, I must not working that hard. Got done with that.
At least you're admitting that you're not trying as hard. All
I'm
right.
only living once.
I guess that's true of all of us. So. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Sorry that we gave you a fun little blackout, but keep you on your toes.
Maybe we answered your questions.
Yeah.
Maybe we entertained you.
Maybe.
Maybe you're annoyed. Who knows?
Maybe you're all of it.
At least you felt something.
All right. Well, until next time, say your thing.
Happy woodworking.
Do you even say that?